Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of IDigHighTones. This is day 6 of my UK metal detecting tour from March of 2025. It was a 12-day tour, so we're at the halfway point, but we're working our way down to episode number 1 because I had a spectacular find on day 1. Now, if this is your first video, please search IDigHighTones and check out some of the videos from day 7 through day 12. We had some outstanding artifacts and coins from the fields of Britain. Well, without further ado, let's dig into day 6. And before we do, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks again, and let's dig in right now. And the first signal of day 6 is a greenie. Not much detail on it. Probably KG2, KG3, 1700s. It's a start. And we're right in the area where we found gold.
I love gold!
On day 1, just across that hedgerow there, which we can't go in because it's planted, but that's where the gold came from. So I've been focusing on this area to see what I can find. Well, here's a great sounding signal in our first hour here on day 6. Just going in, it almost sounds too good. It sounds like it's probably lead. Oh, we have a button. Really nice tomback button. It's concave. That was going to be a flat button, but it's something. It's a start. Okay, I've got a really nice signal here. Coming up 81, 82. Right there, 78. We're going to dig this and see what we have. And it's out. And let's see what we have. Okay, sounds like it's in here. It's in here. And I believe we have our old friend, Mr. Lead. Yep, a little piece of lead. Loud booming signal. That's what we got. And I just dug this out. It's a really tiny thimble, probably a child's thimble, believe it or not. Really sweet thing, and it's complete. 19th century, so we're talking 1800s. Still, nice find. Beautiful sounding signal here, 80, 82. Just dug it, and we got this really lovely button, brass button with a crown on top of what looks like some sort of a column. Nice button. We'll get Steve to identify it for us. But first, really nice find of the morning. Had a signal here, it rang up as a 80, a little bit scratchy on the general program. I dug it anyway, pulled it out, and here we go. Here's what we've got. Looks to me like it could be, it almost looks like Roman tweezers, but it looks so thick. Not sure that it could be. We're going to have Steve take a look at this. It's very interesting. It's split in the middle here, and it could be squeezed together. If it is Roman tweezers, it's the thickest, heaviest Roman tweezers I've ever seen. But very interesting find nonetheless. We'll get it identified later. Turns out that what I found is a dividers fragment. Now, what's a dividers? Well, here's an example from the same time period. The fragment I found would have come from the 1600s, and it was used in mapping, so to mark locations and places and distances on maps. Very, very cool. Dug down here, it was an 80 signal, pretty solid signal. And I think what we have here is a twisted up Roman fibula. A Roman fibula right here. Clean it up, take a look. And there we are. Well, this is the absolute best signal I've gotten of the trip, except for the gold. 94, 95. Almost a little too big. We're on the perimeter of the field. It could easily be an aluminum can, but it could also be silver. So we're going to give it a dig. See what we find here. And let's see what we have in the shovel. Not a good sign. It's still in the hole. Still coming up as a 96. 96. And well, the deeper we go, the more likely. Now we're getting a little scratchier. 96. We'll see. We'll give it another dig. So we'll go a little deeper. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Yep, that's right there. Big old piece of copper metal. That's going to do it every time. Wow. That was a boomer of a signal. Boomer of a signal. Unfortunately, not what we're looking for. Whew. And that's where the gold was, in that corner there. Romans come up in the middle of the field here. The van was parked over there. The distance. And there's church down there. Well, I know it's the curse of death, but I'm going to live dig this. Get this incredible 91, 92 signal. It sounds kind of big, so I'm expecting the worst. But we're going to give it a dig, see what we have here. And it should be right there. Probably an aluminum can, which would be unusual because we're kind of at a spot where there's not a lot of modern trash. But it's so loud that that's what it sounds like. And it's over here. And it's over here. And, well, what is this? This is it. Yeah, some decoration maybe coming up. Let's see. I'm sure that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Big old loud sound. You can see the head coming up now. I think this is... well, do we see George's? Rex. Yeah, this is a George II. So an old penny or half penny. Not sure we're going to be able to get a date off the bottom. Oh, did I just see a 61? Well, you can see the head on looking left on the front. See? You can see the 2 and the REX on the right side of his head. Head is looking left, and on the right side you see the 2 and the REX. On the left it would say Georgius, so it's George II. And on the back you've got a Britannia. The date would be just at the bottom of the Britannia. Maybe cleaning up later, we'll see it. It's down deep, about 6-8 inches. We've got something here on edge. It's probably a button, but let's see if we can pull it apart. Yep, it's exactly what we got. A button. A day 6 button. We got a lot of day 6 buttons today. A lot of day 6 buttons. Can't believe there are any buttons left in Britain after this. Dug down about 4 or 5 inches and found this little watch winder. Or probably close to medieval. But this little thing. Clean it up. Take a look at it later. Nice little watch winder for day 6. Well, long day here, and this field has been hammered now by everyone. Just walking by, had a very shallow signal here, dug it right away, and well, we have a hammered. Second hammered of the day. Neither of them are in fantastic shape. but they clearly are hammered silver pennies. Not sure if this is an Edward or someone else. We'll get it looked at later, but it's a hammered, and that's what we're here for. Second of the day. And less than 10 feet away from the hammered, we pulled out a nice Tudor button, 1500s. Metal detecting can be so strange sometimes. No matter how much you think you know and how much you try, sometimes it just doesn't go your way. It's a lot like golf. Even though you know how to swing and you know how to hit the ball, sometimes the ball just doesn't go where you expect. I've been using the 11 by 13 inch coil for the last few days and really have been frustrated. I was using the 9-inch coil on day one on Sunday and on Monday. Sunday's the day I found the gold coin. Silver hammered coins are really the metric that we use on the trip, and people have been finding 1, 2, 3 per day, and I've been lagging behind with that large coil. I changed coils at lunch about an hour and a half ago and hit a hammered about 20 feet away from here. Just made my way over to this area, found a Tudor button, and just had a deep signal here. I almost didn't dig it. It was very, very faint. There's the hole, about 8 inches down, and I pulled out, where is it now? There it is. You may not recognize it, but that is half of a hammered silver coin. I'm going to give it a little wash over here. Put it on my shovel. Maybe you'll be able to see it a little bit better. See if I can get some of this dirt off. Try to do this one-handed. And lightly brush it. Well, let me put this down and give it a little wee wash, and I'll be right back to you. It's probably an Edward. There's the long cross. You can see it was cut right along the long end of the cross. And I'm not going to clean up much more here. I only have about an hour left in detecting today, so I'm going to get going. But our third hammered of the day. And continuing on my streak this afternoon, I just dug this about 5 inches down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lead seal, medieval lead seal. I'll have Steve take a look at it, and I'm sure he'll be able to identify it with the amount of detail that's here. Beautiful lead seal, inscribed both front and back, and really having a remarkable afternoon with the 9-inch coil. Completely different ball game from the 11 by 13 inch coil on this soil. Just dug another wonderful Tudor button. 1500s, 1600s, beautiful little bronze Tudor button.
Well, day 6 was a tale of two coils. I started the day with the 11 by 13 inch coil. I experimented with some variations in the general program. And I have to say, even though I dug many, many, many targets, most of them were buttons, small pieces of lead, shotgun cartridges, and really just wasn't a very productive day. Lots of buttons, 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 buttons. So I decided around 2:30, I took my lunch and decided to change coils to the 9-inch coil. And I have to say, the last 2 hours of detecting of the day were really remarkable. In a very short period of time, 2 hammered silver coins, 3 Tudor buttons, and a 17th century lead seal. So really a huge change by going to the 9-inch coil. And that was on a part of the field that had been hammered all day long by other teammates on the tour. So tomorrow, my plan is to go out with the 9-inch coil from beginning to end. I'm using sensitive full tones, which is my go-to program back home. And we'll see if it makes a big difference tomorrow. It's a new field, a brand new field, never been detected on from what we understand. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be a good day. But let's take a quick look at the finds for day 6. And here's the day 6 finds. There's a George II, and another another greenie which I haven't identified yet. Some buttons, a couple of thimbles, including this really cute small thimble, which probably was a child's thimble. There's a 18th century clasp. There's a smoking pipe, lead weight, buttons, fragment of a buckle, a couple modern coins. And moving down to the more interesting things, there's a watch winder here from the 18th century. We also have a 14th century buckle, tiny little buckle, really cute. 3 Tudor buttons. There's a 17th century cloth seal with an inscription on the front and on the back. And then down here we have a 12th to 13th century buckle plate, which is really nice. It'll be difficult to show here, but there is some gold gilding on this that remains. There's a 16th century book clasp, probably from a Bible here, and a 17th century divider's fragment. It's a really cool piece here in bronze. Then a couple of hammered coins, 3 on the day. One that is really kind of chewed up and it's folded over. The best Steve could tell, it is either Queen Elizabeth or Queen Mary groat. He thinks it's more likely to be Queen Mary, and that would date it to 1553 to 1554. It's also a Henry III voided long cross, which is really clear here. You can see the long cross. This is from the Canterbury Mint. And finally, a James I half groat from 1603 to 1625. Now, most of the hammers coming off the field were not in great condition. So these are sort of representative of what we've been seeing out there, but they are hammered silver coins nonetheless. And when we're out detecting in the UK, that's one of the benchmarks we use to try to determine the productivity of a field. So that's it for today. That is day 6 finds. Well, that's day 6. That's a wrap. Join me for the next episode. Until then, happy detecting. May all your tones be high tones. See you next time. Thanks for joining.